All right, off we go.
In the name of the Father, we ask you to bless these athletes today. Keep them safe from injury and harm. Instill in each one of them the strength to persevere in competition, to treat each other with respect, and most of all, to never lose sight of our true goal, eternal life. Whatever the outcome of this competition may be today, may we always echo the words of St. Paul: I have competed well, I have finished the race, I have kept the faith. We make this prayer in the most holy name of Jesus. Amen.
That was really good.
Not bad at all.
We got 2 minutes.
All right, let's rock and roll.
Welcome to Sydney, Ohio for tonight's opening Three Rivers conference game for the Milton-Union Bulldogs and the Lehman Catholic Cavaliers. Hello again, this is Brett Barnes along with the coach Andy Grudich and Scott Seaman and the Denby MPA broadcast director Tom Beck, ready to bring you the audio play-by-play for this first conference game. Both teams on this evening of remembrance of September 11th. Lehman High School has elected to honor all veterans, active duty military, and first responders with free admission to tonight's game. We at WMPA extend our gratitude for all their service as we remember this day of infamy in the United States. May we never forget. Now, Andy, can you give us an overview of Lehman Catholic?
Absolutely. Lehman Catholic comes into tonight's game with an 0-3 record, having lost non-conference games to Perry 27-13, New Bremen 58-0, and last week to Wayne's Field 27-22. The Lehman Catholic football team does have a long tradition of success, historically having competed in the Northwest Central Conference in as early as 2018, finishing 7-3 and gaining a playoff berth. Unfortunately, over the course of the last couple of years, school enrollment has gone down. COVID caused the Cavaliers to struggle through 2 seasons, finishing 4-6 in 2019 and 3-3 in the COVID-shortened 2020 schedule. Coach Roll, his team, and Lehman were all in need of a breath of fresh air and some fresh luck, and came with the announcement of a new conference affiliation. They are part of the new Three Rivers Conference, along with the Bulldogs, Covington, Bethel, Miami East, Troy Christian, Northridge, and Riverside. We're going to begin conference play. Coach Roll has an all-time record of 97 wins and 52 losses since 2006 with Lehman. He is ready to turn around for his team and focus on a good effort tonight against the Bulldogs. Scott, give us a scouting report.
The Lehman Catholic offense will line up in the spread offense, which is an offensive scheme that is typically places the quarterback in the shotgun formation and spreads the defense horizontally using 3, 4, and even 5 receiver sets. The goal is to throw to the uncovered receiver and use space and speed as a weapon. Coach Pierce said, watch quarterback number 12, Donovan O'Leary, and their tight end number 6, Michael McFarland. Both are offensive skill players the Bulldog defense will have to account for tonight. When the Bulldogs have the ball, Lehman will line up in a 4-3 or 3-4 set on defense. Key personnel to watch are number 6, Michael McFarland, and John Edwards, 5'10", 205-pound defender. We're ready to get kicked off. Brett, can you call our play-by-play?
All right, we're excited here to join you live from Memorial Stadium in Sydney, and number 6, Michael McFarland, is going to approach the football here going from south to north or right to left on your screen. McFarland is a 6'2", 220, and he puts toe to the ball. Ball angles out of bounds and will go out of bounds about the 17-yard line. That will be a penalty, and Milton-Union will take over 1st and 10.
And Bulldogs starting live for tonight. Center, Trevor Brazina. Right guard, Nick Walters. Right tackle, Jesse Kurtz. In for the injured Jake Brown is Ethan Tennerman. Left tackle, Ethan Lane. Tight end, Connor Yates. Of course, we have Nate Mortar at quarterback, Cooper Brown at wide receiver, Blake Broomball at wide receiver, and Peyton Nichols be in for the injured Michael Elam, and, of course, the bruiser, number 43, Blake Newmeyer.
It's 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line after the penalty.
Good way to start out.
And Nate Mortar is under center tonight with the first snap of the ball game. He's got it, and he pitches, and that's Broomball, gain of about 6 to the 41-yard line, where he's tackled by number 6, McFarland. 2nd down, 4 on the 41-yard line, left hash.
Trying to get Broomball in space.
Pickerel split wide right. Handed to Newmeyer. Fumbled the football. The ball is loose. And it looks as if Lehman's recovered. There is a flag on the play as well. I believe that's a fumble beanbag instead of a flag. And Lehman has recovered and will take over the football. 1st and 10 on the Bulldog 46-yard line. The snap and handoff was not clean, and the Cavaliers have recovered.
Exactly what Coach Pierce did not want to see tonight. He said he was coming in tonight with no special plays, irritated about the 3 turnovers and a blocked punt from last week's loss to Oakwood, 28-20. He said that was a teachable moment for the Bulldogs, and tonight he expected to be highly focused, highly energized, and mentally disciplined and ready to take on the Cavaliers. This is not the way to start that type of performance.
Cavaliers show 5 wide, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Donovan O'Leary in the shotgun. That's number 4 in motion. He gets the pitch. He's at the 50, 48, and he gains 2 yards. Actually back to the original line of scrimmage at the 46. Carry was Nathan Solman. 2nd down and 10 from the 46-yard line, left hash. And so Lehman showing a very spread offense here. This time O'Leary flanked left by number 32, Dylan Carnes. Shotgun snap, hands to Carnes. Carnes runs backwards.
Like a hold.
He's being chased, and there is a flag on the play. Broomball gets him a loss of 6 all the way back to the 47-yard line.
Karras in there too.
We'll see what the flag's about.
And I will correct myself. Jake Brown was not going to play all week today, and guess what? Jake Brown's out there.
79 is on the field.
Yes.
Well, the Bulldogs have declined the penalty. It was a hold, but a loss of about 5 will make it 3rd and 15 from the Lehman 48. 2 plays and -5 so far for the Cavaliers. That was Broomball on the tackle. So now it's right hash, 3rd down, O'Leary in shotgun, again flanked by Carnes. O'Leary takes the snap, he rolls left, he runs the football, stiff arm at the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 45-yard line, a gain of 7, but we'll make it 4th down and 9 from the Milton-Union 45.
Nice play by Cooper Brown there to get him out of bounds. Quickly starting lineup, nose guard Jake Brown, tackle Colton Hallgren, another tackle Ethan Lane, defensive end Thwaites and Connor Yates. And I'll save the rest for later.
And McFarland's back to punt at his own 41-yard line. Snap is good. McFarland runs to the right, and he kicks it down to the 12. It bounces once, it bounces twice, and Lehman downs it at the 1-yard line. That's number 1, Seth Napke, who downs the football, and Milton-Union will take over, let's say, at the 2. 1st down and 10.
Outstanding punt by the Cavaliers. They rolled that out like an Australian football punt and then kicked it away from Broomball, and the coverage downfield was outstanding to stop that ball and down it right on about the 3-yard line.
And so Milton-Union will take over, 1st and 10 at the 3 with Mortar under center. The turnover cost them field position only, no points. Mortar's got the football, and he hands it to Newmeyer, who runs up the middle and gains about 5 yards all the way to the 8-yard line. Tackle by number 60.
Nice strong run by Newmeyer. That's what we need.
Make that 50, John Edwards.
Good to see him give the ball back to him after that first carry fumble.
2nd and 5 from the 8-yard line. Left hash. Going left to right on your screen. Mortar under center. He's got it. Hands to Newmeyer. Cuts it up. He's hit almost immediately, but falls forward for a gain of 3 to the 11-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 2 from the 11. 9 minutes on the clock if you're just joining us. No score.
Again, power football. 2 plays, Newmeyer right up the middle. See if we go back to it.
3rd down and 2 on the 11. Mortar under center. He's got it. Hands to Newmeyer, who's hit immediately, and he's not going to make it. That's a gain of 1. And Blake slow getting up, and he's limping to the sideline. And Milton's going to have to punt. And Blake is laboring to get to the sideline. Broomball back to punt.
He rolled his ankle.
8-10 and counting, and the Bulldogs have had no success offensively on their first 2 drives. Snap is good, and Broomball has it. He lets it go about the 3. He does not hit a good punt. It'll land at the 29-yard line and be downed at the 30-yard line by Cooper Brown. And Lehman takes over with a short field, 1st and 10 on the 30, left hash mark. Not a great start here for the red and white.
Defense needs to dig in here and get 3 and out. Real quickly, linebackers Zeb Hines and Carter Burner, corner Connor Gibson, strong safety Cooper Brown, free safety Blake Broomball, and the other corner Matt Pickrell to round out the Bulldog defense.
So Donovan O'Leary is a 6'3", 180-pound sophomore. Takes over 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. He's in the shotgun. And he keeps the football, cuts it up, gain of 5. And he's flipped over by Broomball, but he gets 7 yards on the play. 2nd down and 3. He faked a jet sweep and then cut it up the middle for a gain of 7. Hayden Seaver went in motion, and O'Leary kept the football for a good gain. 2nd down and 3 from the 23-yard line. O'Leary in shotgun. He's got it. Hands immediately to number 4, and he goes down immediately. No gain.
Nice play there by Zeb Hines, getting in the backfield, disrupting that.
This is a critical play for the Bulldogs. 3rd and 3 with the ball sitting on the Bulldog 28-yard line. The defense really needs to make a stop and swing the momentum back favorably to us.
And that was Nathan Solman on the carry. So O'Leary sits in shotgun with 3 wide. And Solman to his right. He's got it. He rolls right.
Little option.
It's an option to Solman, who cuts it back, and he's going to be hit immediately at the line of scrimmage. Fights forward for maybe a gain of 1. It'll be 4th down and 2.
See if the Bulldogs can make a statement here.
Solman left flank of O'Leary. 3 wide receivers, 2 right, 1 left. Bulldogs fake blitz.
Guys, help me out a little bit. Who was the receiver on that pass?
That was McFarland, number 6, Michael McFarland.
No relation to Seth.
Well, you don't know that.
That's true. That's true.
6'2", 220-pound tight end. He also kicks off. He also punts. All right, after the delay of game, the ball's at the 15. It's a 25-yard extra point. Snap, good, kick up, and the kick is good. Josh George adds the point. It's 7-0 Lehman. 5:50 left here on the Memorial Stadium clock, and the Cavaliers have taken an early touchdown lead.
So 2 of the key players that Coach Pierce asked us to keep an eye on, number 12, Donovan O'Leary, the quarterback, and tight end, number 6, Michael McFarland, connect on a 23-yard touchdown pass on a 4th down and 2, a very momentum-swinging play by the Cavaliers. Certainly giving them the kind of confidence coming into a game at 0-3 that they needed to give the Bulldogs all they want tonight. It's interesting, on that 4th down right before the clock ran out, the Bulldogs were showing blitz, and they were in a man coverage with no safety deep. The Cavs watched the time run out. They called a quick timeout, came back and called a rollout play to the left, a run-pass option. The tight end was wide open downfield. We didn't have anybody deep in coverage, and it resulted in the scoring play by the Cavs.
Score. All right, so first and, we have our kickoff here from the 40, 5:50 left.
By the way, it's a gutsy call by Coach Roll to go for all of it on 4th down. Give them credit. They're selling out tonight.
McFarland approaches the football, and he kicks the football. It's a line drive kick, and it's handled about the 18-yard line. And that's Cooper Brown up to the 29, 30, 31-yard line before he's tackled by number 50, John Edwards.
Nice run by Cooper.
The clock is literally running right now. I know you can't see it. It should not be running. It's at 5:30, 29, 28, and not a soul is catching it. At least 20 seconds has run off the clock at this time. All right, so the Bulldogs are on the right hash, moving left to right, and we've got a jump by number 53, William Ford, defensive lineman. Encroachment, and that'll be 5 yards. So the ball will move to the 35-yard line.
This field position gives Coach Pierce opens up a lot more of his playbook, and this is an opportunity now where you watch him line up in that shotgun on that first down and spread this field out. Let's see if they use some of the speed that they have with Broomball and Cooper on the outside and try to stretch his defense a little bit.
And we do have Cooper's split way left.
Broomball's by himself out here.
2nd and 5 is a great time to go for it.
Broomball's wide open if they throw
Mortar's
it.
got it in shotgun. It's a one-on-one, and it's up for grabs to Broomball, and he dropped the football. And it may have been knocked out by number 4, Nathan Solman. We had a one-on-one down here on the left side of the field, and looked like we had a catch, but it got knocked out at the end, so it's now 2nd and 5 from the 36.
Right call, it was there. One-on-one coverage out there. So they're going to try to guard Broomball with one guy and throw it to him every play.
So Mortar's in shotgun here with 3 receivers. Nichols in the slot. Broomball steps up, and the ball is incomplete and almost intercepted. Wow, number 6, Michael McFarland. He was on the edge, and he jumped and timed his leap and almost picked it off.
That was a great play by Foose. Jordan Foose, 32, Jordan Foose. He saved an interception because he was going to intercept it, and Foose grabbed him and pulled him down so he
Knocked
couldn't
the
get
ball
the
out.
deflection. Yes. Heads up play by Foose.
So now it's 3rd and 5.
Keep an eye on number 85, Bulldog tight end. It'd be a good time to find him.
Mortar
down the
is
scene.
under center, and it's a pitch to Broomball and an end around, and he's going to get maybe 3 yards, and that's it. And so on 4th and 2 from the 38, Milton-Union will send the punt team in, and it has been a stagnant start here for the Bulldogs.
Cavaliers were all over that.
Number 8, Hayden Seaver is back to receive, 5'8", 140-pound junior. And Broomball to punt.
See if we can get a better punt than last time.
Snap, and he's got it at the 25, takes a step, and he hits a low line drive that turns over and lands at the 25, at the 20, rolls to the 15 where it's picked up by Seaver, who's tackled down at the 22-yard line by number 3, Brett Unger. But Lehman will take over, 1st down and 10 from the 22.
Better punt by Broomball.
So what we've seen is the Bulldog secondary and linebacker crew has great closing speed, and Lehman is not able to turn the corner. They just cannot make that happen. But they are able to run that quarterback up the middle on misdirection plays. He's got 14 yards and 2 carries. And let's watch that tight end, number 6, McFarland.
4 receivers, and O'Leary in shotgun. He's got it. He rolls to the right, cuts it up, 25, 30, 33-yard line, close to a 1st down. He has a 1st down, a gain of 10 on the quarterback keep.
Nice blocking by the Cavaliers up front. He got 5 deep before we touched him.
So that's 3 carries now with O'Leary. He is their primary weapon on the ground for 25, 26 yards tonight.
3:58 on the stadium clock and running appropriately. 5 wide receivers. And O'Leary is by himself in shotgun. There's 3 trips to the right
And
2 to the
guys.
left. O'Leary's got the snap, and he rolls right. 30, 32, 33-yard line. He's hit, but he gains 4. Tackled by number 6, Carter Berner, and number 19, Cooper Brown. 2nd down and 6 from the 38-yard line.
So this is exactly what the spread offense is designed to do. They're lining up from one side of the field to the other, no backs in the backfield, and utilizing O'Leary with his skill to run or pass, rolling out. If nobody's there, he tucks it and runs and picks up 4 or 5 yards.
O'Leary in shotgun. Flanked. Handed to number 4, who's hit immediately by number 73, but he falls forward. And so that was Solman with the carry. It was Lane with the tackle. 3rd down and 1 from the 43-yard line.
Again, Lehman getting good push up front.
You know what this reminds me of? You know where I was today.
Yep.
If you sat in Ohio Stadium, this looked really familiar. 3rd and 1. O'Leary's got it. He hands to Solman. Oh, he's hit immediately. And that's a -3.
Nice.
And that's Colton Holtgren on the charge.
Nice play by the Bulldogs. They needed that. It's going to put them in a punting situation
And the
now.
punt team will come on at 2:14 and running here in the first quarter. 7-0 Cavaliers.
Big play by the defensive line there to get the stop.
Surprising play call, too. O'Leary has been their weapon, and why not roll him out and let him have a chance to run again? Surprising that they handed that ball off.
Yeah, right to Solman. So McFarland gets the snap. He rolls, looks to run. No, he kicks. Great kick, and it is going to go out of bounds. Let's see where it's marked by the referee as the side judge runs to about the 34 and works his way up to the 40. Wow, we are moving up to the 44-yard line.
So a 10-yard punt.
Yeah, that went that went more sideways than forward. It almost hit the bleachers before it hit the ground.
And so the Bulldogs will take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line, their own 44-yard line.
So do we have Newmeyer on the field now? I'd be interested to see if if that rolling that ankle is recovered.
Yeah, saw him getting checked out by Steph.
I do
over
not
there.
see him on the field, no.
She was checking him out on the table. I think he's still over there.
So Mortar under center, 1 wide right, Cooper Brown. Ball is handed to number 32, Foose, who keeps the legs moving and gains maybe 3 yards. 2nd down and 7 at the 47-yard line. Brandon Foose.
So if Newmeyer's out, that's going to be a real game-changing event for the Bulldogs. They're going to have to rely on some of the substitute rushers. We also have Michael Elam, number 38, a strong runner for the Bulldogs, out tonight. So that could be 2 starters out on the bench.
Looks like we got Nichols and Foose in the backfield.
That's correct. Jordan Foose, my apologies. Back to pass.
We got our receiver
Mortar rolls
open.
out. He throws, and it is incomplete. And there was pressure that time by number 50, John Edwards. And Nate didn't have time to throw the football.
Number 85, Connor Yates, was wide open. There wasn't anyone 10 yards close to him downfield, and we just too much pressure and an incomplete pass.
So 1 minute left in the first quarter. 3rd down and 8 from the 46-yard line. Left hash mark, moving left to right on your screen.
Nobody's over Broomball here.
We've got 2 wide right, 1 right, wide left. Mortar's got the football. We're going one-on-one deep. And it is caught. And that's Broomball, who's got the catch all the way down to the 21-yard line. He just went up and over number 23, Karsten Franklin, and made a sensational catch to the 21-yard line.
That was a jump ball. Great athletic play by Broomball. Just out-jumped him, strong, brought it in, held on to it.
And a good ball by Nate Mortar to put it in play, and
Yep.
Broomball made a play.
Gave Broomball a chance to make a play, and he did.
2 split wide right, 1 left. Again, it's Broomball, one-on-one to the left-hand side. Shotgun, Mortar's got it. Nichols in motion, takes the handoff. 20, 15, 10, and down to the 8. Gain of 12 from the sophomore.
Nice run by Nichols.
1st and goal, Milton at the 8-yard line.
Got his pads upfield and took off.
This one play has changed momentum. 1st and goal. Left hash mark, 8-yard line.
Nichols looked good on that run.
Did. Mortar stays in shotgun. 4 wide receivers. That's number 9 in motion. He takes the handoff, and he is hit. Gain of 3. That was number 50, John Edwards, who came out of nowhere. Zach Lovin carrying the football for the Bulldogs, and he was destroyed at the 6-yard line. Gain of 2.
He took a lick there.
That may have been Zach's first run of the year.
Yeah. He'll remember it.
So again, the formation gives Broomball a one-on-one on the left side of the field.
Low snap, Mortar's got it. He throws, and it's tipped and incomplete. Number 8, Hayden Seaver covering. Number 5, Matt Pickrell was the intended receiver. Got a hand on it, but it fell to the turf. 7 seconds left in the quarter, and now it's 3rd down and goal from the 6.
Nate Mortar just doesn't look like himself tonight. That was a forced throw, almost intercepted, tipped a couple of times before it hit the ground. He's got 1 completion to Broomball, but honestly, that was an athletic effort by Broomball to bring that one in.
Absolutely. Interesting play call here on 3rd and 6. Just 1 receiver, Cooper Brown. Broomball's in the slot, takes the pitch, and he's running to the corner. He's at the 5. He's hit. He breaks a tackle, cuts it up, gets to the 1-yard line, and he's down at the 1. Wow, what a run by Blake to break a few tackles. And that's the end of the first quarter with the score, Sidney Lehman 7, Milton-Union 0. It'll be 4th down and 1 from the 1 when we come back.
Nice run by Blake. Turns that was going to be nothing into something.
They had that defended. The Lehman team had people there. They just couldn't make the play. That was another great athletic effort by Broomball.
Now, I got some trivia here.
We were wondering where that was.
Yeah, I forgot. I'm old. Okay, here we go. Trivia question number 1. We are doing quarterbacks this week. Quarterbacks.
Mitch Evans.
Name the top 5 MU quarterbacks in terms of number of wins in a career. Top 5 MU quarterbacks wins in a career.
Hal Atkins, one of them.
You can throw some names out at me.
I'll say Mitch Evans.
Okay, that's another name.
I'll say
Scott Vagatus.
Okay.
John Fine.
Okay. Yeah, these are all before you.
Yeah, I got Mitch Evans.
Yeah. So they are in order. Number 5, Eddie Lindinsky with 15 wins, 79-81. Number 4, 17 wins, Bob Ginn, 68-69. Number 3, 18 wins, Chuck Green, 59-60. Number 2, 23 wins, Mitchell Evans, 04-06. And number 1, Hal Atkins.
How about that?
Coach.
25 wins, 77 through 78.
It is 4th down and goal from the 1. First play, second quarter. Mortar under center. Broomball in motion. Mortar hands to Newmeyer. He walks in. Not even touched. It's a touchdown for the Bulldogs, and it's 7-6. And that is an easy one.
Good to see Newmeyer back out there, although he's limping going back.
Now the try for point from Mason Grudich to try to get it to 7-7 here as the Bulldogs score first play, second quarter, looking to tie up the football game. There's our man late coming in. Play clock at 18, not a problem. Snap's good, ball down, Grudich's kick is up, and it's good. It's 7-7, and just like that, it's a new football game.
Here we go. Mr. Mason Grudich had quite the long day today. He had football walkthrough this morning, then soccer walkthrough this morning, then refereed 3 soccer games, and then caught the bus to come here.
Now, say soccer.
Yes, sir.
All right. Making some cash.
Making some cash.
That's right.
Nice.
Those officials, can't trust any of them.
Yeah, especially when they pay him in cash.
Not a one. Oh, yeah.
Straight cash, homie.
That's what I told when I was covering classes this week. I said, I just made 9 McChickens.
So we hit the reset button. We're 7-7. You know, we're looking at Broomball make some great athletic plays, but I'm looking at the defensive backs for the Cavaliers, 5'7", 5'8", 5'8", and one sophomore at 5'11".
Right.
There's a distinct height advantage even before Blake Broomball begins to leap.
That's correct. And you know he can get up.
If we can get Nate Mortar to settle down just a little bit, I think he and Broomball could have a big night tonight.
So Mason has the ball at the 40-yard line. He's going to put it in play here. He approaches the football and hits a great kick, and it's going to be down to the 4-yard line. 10, 15, 20, 21.
Nice tackle.
Down at the 21-yard line.
Nice tackle by Connor Gibson. Nice open field tackle.
That was an excellent tackle. Connor, that is picture perfect open field tackle when they had some room to run on that kickoff return.
That was Dylan Carnes with the return for Lehman.
That was a textbook tackle. Not the brag, but a nice kickoff by Mason.
Absolutely.
Down to the 4.
He told me in Spanish class, because I was a Spanish teacher all week too, that he loves to kick on turf.
Yeah.
And who doesn't? Shotgun. Pass. It's one-on-one down here on the bottom.
Push
and
off.
It's caught.
Yeah,
We got a flag.
There was a push off.
Lehman caught the football at the 44-yard line, but it looks like it's going to come back. Offensive pass interference.
Yeah, number 1 pushed him in the back. That was easy.
And that was right in front of the Lehman bench, and not much of a squawk either. Oh, they called it on Milton. That's unbelievable.
What?
That is unbelievable.
What?
I mean, it was 2 hands in the back by the receiver.
Oh, okay. Shelby County officiating. All
Whoa.
right.
Unbelievable.
Wow. 2 hands in his back.
So O'Leary gets a gain of about 26 on the catch, and he's in shotgun. He's got it. Hands it to number 4, who's hit immediately by Carter Burner.
Nice play by Burner.
Nathan Solman with the carry, and he lost 3. Second down, 13.
Burner in the backfield.
Did you guys catch that receiver that was
It was number 1,
one-on-one?
Seth Napke.
Number 1.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
With the push off.
You know, it was a back shoulder throw, and we all saw that play differently. It was a great throw, actually. It was right where it needed to be, but I do believe he did create a little space for himself.
So O'Leary, shotgun, takes the snap about the 40, under intense pressure, and he's hit. It's a one-on-one ball, and it's intercepted. And that's Broomball, and he is going to go 30, 20, and knocked out of bounds at the 16-yard line. My goodness, that was up for grabs, and he got it easily. John Edwards saved the touchdown, but Blake intercepts it and brings it all the way back to the 14-yard line.
Nice pressure by the front. Front 3 guys got pressure on the quarterback. He was on his back foot and kind of slung it up there.
Hit as he threw the football, and it just wobbled right to Blake. So Milton takes the turnover and has it first down and 10 at the 14, going south to north, left hash mark. Jordan Foose in the backfield, Broomball in the backfield, split left, Mortar under center. He's got it. Broomball has the ball. He cuts up 13, 12-yard line. There is a flag, which will probably signify a hold.
Not going to be a hold.
Or maybe an offensive pass interference. I had to. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Well, let's give credit where credit's due, guys. That defensive line's pressure on Lehman's Donovan O'Leary is the reason Broomball was able to catch that ball in space and run it back 45 yards. The D-line had O'Leary wrapped up. He tried to throw that ball off balance and turned into a disaster for the Cavaliers.
All right, the call was actually tripping 10 yards, and so it is a spot foul. It happened in Lehman's backfield, so it is actually first down and 10 from the 20. I'm sorry, first and 17 from the 21-yard line. And I am looking around a pole, so it's difficult up here at this point. Mortar and shotgun, Foose to his right. Nichols in motion. He's got the handoff, and he gets to the 20.
Nice block
cuts
by
it up.
Broomball.
15. Good block by Broomball and also number 62, Fuller. And now it's going to be second down and 11 from the 16-yard line.
Payne Nichols is 6 foot and 215, and he's rambling out there on that field tonight.
He's a big boy. That was a good pickup. Makes this manageable now.
So second and 11 from the 15-yard line. Mortar and shotgun. Foose to his immediate left. Handed to, no, Mortar keeps it and throws it backwards to Broomball, who's got it at the 15, 10, 5. It was a lateral. I think he scored.
That's a touchdown.
Oh, and they mark him down at the half-yard line.
Okay. That was a touchdown. He reached. That was a touchdown.
Yeah, they're actually going to mark it at the 1.
Okay.
About an 18-yard gain now. Coach Pierce told me there was no tricks in the bag tonight, but that certainly was one.
That was a lateral, so that actually will go down as a run for Blake. Mortar under center sneaks it, and he is, no signal yet, but there it is, touchdown.
Nice job.
So Milton-Union has taken control of the football game here in the second quarter, taking a 13-7 lead, 9:38 left. And Grudich on to kick the 14th point.
Good to see Mortar get some points.
I believe that's his first rushing touchdown of the year. Snap's good. It's down. Grudich's kick is up, and it is flushed. It's good. 14-7. MU. That was ripped.
So it's a game of field position, guys. The first two possessions, Lehman started on the Bulldog 46 and the Bulldog 30, and then we were able to flip the field. Their second two possessions started on their own 22 and their own 26 and have resulted in punts and then the interception, and momentum certainly come back to the Bulldogs. Great call by the coach. The play, to define it, was a misdirection play that got Broomball the lateral backwards from Nate Mortar. He faked the ball to the right and then ran what looked like an option play to the left, and then threw the ball backwards about 7 yards to Broomball, who caught the ball and then rambled down to the 1 foot line. It looked like a score to me, but Mortar finished the deal with a touchdown run, and the Bulldogs take the lead 14-7.
So we've recovered a little bit from our shaky start.
Basically, we've had Blake take over the football game a little bit.
Correct.
Interception, long pass, great run to the 1. Ball at the 40. Grudich approaches it, puts it into play, and absolutely drills one back to the 2-yard line. He fumbled it. He picked it up. He's going to bring it out. 10, 15, 20, 30, 35, 40. There's a flag on the play, and he is brought down at the 44. That's Dylan Carnes. It looks like there's a block in the back about the 44-yard line, and so it looks like Lehman will have the football first and 10, approximately the 34-yard line. Yep, block in the back.
I thought the receiver stepped on the goal line when he went back and got the ball, which should make it an automatic touchback.
That is in high school football, correct. Well, it looks like the ball will be placed at the 37.
Still great
Yard
field
line.
position for Lehman after starting on their 22 and 26. Now let's see if they can get back to what was working for them. Their run game was what was making things happen. Donovan O'Leary, the quarterback, was carrying the ball, spread the defense out, and either roll out with a run-pass option or take it right up the middle. Let's see if they come back to him.
And O'Leary is in shotgun with Napke split right, 2 receivers left. O'Leary rolls left, cuts it up, and he makes a nice move. Pitches to number 4 late, and it's going to end up about a 7-yard gain.
So that was the option play, and O'Leary ran it perfectly and made a great pitch right when he was hit to Nathan Solomon, who rambled for about an 8-yard gain.
Yep, 2nd down and 2 from the 46-yard line.
Gibson and Brown made a nice tackle there on the play. Again, nice open field tackle.
8:53 and counting. 2nd down and 2 from the 46, north to south, left to right on your screen. O'Leary in shotgun.
So it's 2nd and short. They have single-man coverage down here at the bottom.
Handed to number 4. That is Solman, and he's tackled immediately by the Bulldogs. Looks like Connor Yates was in on the play, along with number 51, Zeb Hines. It was a gain of 1. It's 3rd down and 1 from the 47.
That's just not working for them, guys. Solman's carried 9 times for a net gain of about 1 yard.
Wow.
He just had an 8-yard run on that option play, but that up the middle, primarily those runs are run right up the middle, and it's just not working for him.
So O'Leary sits in shotgun. 2 receivers left. Seaver in motion. O'Leary's got it. He's going to pass. It's up for grabs again, and it's intercepted again. And that's Broomball again, who runs it back all the way to the 46-yard line. Put on a show, big boy.
That was a nice catch. He had to fight the receiver off to get that. Another ball up for grabs.
But again, pressure by the D-line.
Absolutely.
And allows the ball to float out of the hand, and an interception. 7:45 to go. Milton-Union's got the ball 1st and 10 at the 46 in plus territory. 2 interceptions, a long pass reception. He's had quite a second quarter. Mortar under shotgun, fakes the handoff to Nichols. Nichols stays in. It's one-on-one. It's Yates. He dropped the football. And I mean, he is wide open. They did not have him covered. He would have walked in.
That was a touchdown all day.
We have talked about the tight end for weeks.
Yeah.
And they go to him, and I hate to say it, but maybe that's why they waited so long. That you couldn't be more wide open.
No. Wide open.
It's almost like he was running before he caught it.
So 2nd and 10 at the 46. Mortar under center. Hands it to Nichols on a sweep. He powers through, keeps moving, and moves all the way
Nice
to the
strong run.
39-yard line, a gain of 7, where it'll be 3rd down and 3 from the 39.
So where has Coach Pierce been hiding Peyton Nichols? This guy is a bull with the ball tonight.
Yeah, he looks good. Every run he's had, he's looked good. Gets his pads upfield. He's strong.
3 carries, 27 yards. He's got the hot hand right now.
He was waiting for a chance with Elam hurt.
Yep.
He's starting to take over a little bit. Well, we've got one-on-one coverage down here to the left. Mortar and shotgun. He drops to throw. He throws a quick out. It's caught. That's Cooper Brown, and Cooper's going to get a 1st down to the 34. Gain of 6.
Nice catch by Cooper. Move the chains.
And a much better throw from Nate, who seems to be settling in a little bit.
I agree.
And nice ball he threw to Yates, too.
Absolutely. And you can tell that Milton-Union has taken over the football game up front. Nate's got time to throw. We're getting chunk yardage on offense with running the football. And now it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Mortar and shotgun. He's got it. He looks to throw. It's going to be a one-on-one ball with Broomball. He's got the catch. He juggled it, and he caught it at the 9. It's a first down. A gain of 27.
That was a great catch.
Again, first down
Great catch.
and 9. And I know at home you can't see it, but man alive, he's putting on a show here in the quarter. First and goal from the 9.
He probably had no business catching that.
Mortar and shotgun. Foose to his right, and Lehman jumps. And that's going to be encroachment, and we'll move the ball to the 4-yard line, where it'll be first down and goal from the 4.
Guys, I'd love to see him come back to number 85, Connor Yates. I mean, just to give him an opportunity with a confidence builder. I'm sure he would love to get his hands on that football. This would be a great time to use your tight end across the back of the end zone.
It looks like Newmeyer may be done for the day.
Yeah, I got to imagine if he's hurt and you got 14-7 lead, you don't need to.
Mortar's under center now, and he hands it to a jet sweep Broomball. He's got to make a move. He makes a move. He cuts to the corner, and it's a touchdown. And he was untouched. It looked as if they had a chance at him, but he just outrun the coverage, 20-7.
Nice little chip block by Cooper Brown there in the corner.
Good call, Andy. I was about to say that he did a great job sustaining his block and letting Broomball run into the end zone.
And so after Lehman scores first, Milton's thrown up 3 consecutive touchdowns. And here's Grudich with the extra point, trying to add to an already 20-7 lead. Snap is good. It's down, and Mason's got it. 21-7. Milton-Union still over half a quarter here.
21
number 2.
second, yeah, 21 second quarter points and 2 big touchdowns coming off really poor choice throws by Donovan O'Leary, the quarterback. You know, the guy started out having a great game rushing and threw for a touchdown, but unfortunately he has really made some bad choices under pressure, just essentially winging it down the field and allowing Broomball to play center field, come underneath the ball, and then not only make the interception but make a huge run with the ball heading towards the goal line.
On both those interceptions.
Exactly.
It's like they were playing $5 in the backyard.
Pretty much.
So the Cavs have got to settle down their quarterback, Donovan O'Leary, and get his head back in the game for them to have any chance. They moved the ball. He's been able to run the ball well, but Coach Roll has got to get that quarterback to settle in and let him play his game.
Ball at the 40 left hash. Grudich approaches it and hits a bomb again, floating it to the 1. And it looked as if he stepped in the end zone again, but they let the play run to the 18-yard line.
I don't know. Good kickoff, though.
Absolutely. It's interesting.
I know Coach Brackman had worked with Mason on his steps a little bit this week, and looks like it's paid off.
Very nice.
Getting that extra 10 yards on his kick.
He mentioned that in Espanol class today. Or Thursday.
Did he say it in Spanish?
No.
No. He probably could barely say it in English.
They were drawing Spanish foods. That's all I know. Donovan O'Leary in shotgun. He's got it. And it's handed to number 4, who breaks a tackle and then is swallowed up by the Bulldog line. Nathan Solman.
Lost his helmet.
So a gain of 1, second down and 9 from the 20. We've just hit the 6-minute mark, halfway through second quarter. Solman's going to have to sit a play as his helmet has come off. So second down and 9 from the 20.
And once again, as you said, running him up the middle and not much room to run. Nowhere to go.
2 split to the left, 1 to the right. O'Leary's got it. It looks like a middle screen, and it's knocked away by Ethan Lane, 73. Ethan Lane knocked it away, and it looked like the Cavaliers had some yards there if that's completed. but Ethan knocked it down, making it 3rd and 9.
Got that big paw up in the air and knocked it down.
It is a great call, though, a screen when you're getting the kind of pressure that Lehman's seeing from the Bulldog D-line. Let them come in and then see if you can open up the field.
Holmgren, Lane, and Brown on that line causing havoc. And they only have 3 defensive players on the line here. O'Leary's got it. He runs left, and there's Lane again.
Nice play by Ethan.
And he hit him at the 15 and drove him back. So a loss of 4. And it's going to be a punt for the Cavaliers here, who have lost their way a little bit.
Ethan,
4th and 14.
Ethan with 2 great plays back-to-back. Knock down the screen and then get the sack.
So McFarland back to punt again. And that man, number 8, Broomball, back at the 40 to receive. 12 on the play clock. Down to 10 on the play clock. 6. And the snap. Kick is hit, and it's low, a line drive. It's going to bound left away from Blake and continue to roll, where it'll be downed at the 48-yard line in Milton-Union territory. Again, great starting position for the Bulldog offense to try to tack up a 4th score here in the 2nd quarter.
4:27 left in the half, 21-7 Bulldogs over Lehman. Let's see if Coach Pierce lets them settle in a little bit, establishes the running game. It's been working for him with his new backs, especially with Peyton Nichols. Let's see if they do that.
Well, Nichols is split out along with Pickrell and Broomball, 3 wide. It's Foose with the football. He's got it, and he gains about 4 down to the 49-yard line of Lehman. That's Jordan Foose.
Again, single coverage right here with Broomball. We'll see if they come to him this time. Or as Scott said, if they want to keep the ground and pound.
I know Coach Pierce, he was frustrated after last week's loss and wanted to come back and get some of the emotion and swagger back with his team, control the line of scrimmage. His D-line's come to life.
Shotgun snap, it's 1-on-1. Guess who that is? It's number 8. He's got it at the 20, 10, 5, touchdown. And Mortar just laid it in there wide open. It's a 49-yard touchdown pass from Mortar to Broomball. And this has turned into a blowout, 27-7. 2nd quarter, 3:42 remaining.
Unless you got a really good athlete out there, I certainly wouldn't try to guard Broomball with one guy.
And he has been on an island all night.
And that's what Oakwood did. Broomball was never alone versus Oakwood. He always had 2 guys in his area.
Well, Grudich on to add his 4th point tonight. 27-7. Ball down, kick is up, and the kick is good. 28-7, 28 unanswered here in the 2nd quarter. Lehman won the 1st quarter 7-0, and it's nothing but Bulldogs since.
And Nate Mortar has settled down. You know, he opened the game 1 for 5. It just like he was erratic. He was forcing throws. He had 1 catch for 40 yards to Broomball, which was really all Blake's athleticism that brought that ball down. But since then, Mortar's gone 3 for 3, 84 yards and a TD. Absolutely. I think he's settled in.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And that was a really nice throw he just had to Broomball. It was right in stride. Broomball caught it on the run. That guy was 5 yards behind him.
So we started really challenged. Fumble, punt. The rust from Oakwood was hanging on, but the last 4 possessions for the Bulldogs have been 66 yards for a touchdown, 14 yards for a touchdown, 54 yards for a touchdown, and 52 yards for a touchdown. I'd say we are well in charge of this game.
Both teams with 3 timeouts left, 3:42 on the clock. And you know Lehman's going to try to put some points up, but they have to be a little careful too.
They have no answer for the speed of Broomball, and we're just exploiting it. They've just not not been able to cover him, and Mortar's been given plenty of time, and since he's settled in, we've just dominated the game, and they're not helping themselves with turnovers.
Fumble.
Wow. So Mason approached the football, and number 32, Dylan Carnes, ran up to catch it. It hit him in the pads and rolled forward, where Lehman recovered at the 21-yard line, and they were lucky.
Very interesting result there from that fumble.
They gained 15 yards from
They
it.
did.
Didn't think about it. They're actually placing it at the 20. So first down and 10, 3:36 at the 20. O'Leary has been battered here recently, and he stands in shotgun with number 4, Solomon, to his right. Handed to Solomon. Cuts it up, and he's tackled. And that's Holtgren,
Nice play.
who got him by a shoelace for a loss of 3. Make it 2nd and 13. Great play by Colton.
Nice dive. All out. Clipped his feet.
And that's no way to start on first down from your 20. Another handoff to Solomon for negative yardage.
They actually lost 4. It's 2nd and 14 from the 16-yard line. Snap. O'Leary's got it. He cuts it up, and he gains about 3 yards to the 19. That's 79 Jake Brown on the tackle. And the line has taken over play. I mean, big time.
Absolutely.
3rd down and 11.
Altgren, Brown, Lane. Causing havoc.
And if Lehman doesn't get a first down here, look for a timeout from the Bulldogs. 2:35 and running. 28-7. Milton. Carnes to the left of O'Leary. O'Leary's going to keep it. He's going to cut it up. He makes a nice move, but he's tackled one-on-one by that man, number 8, Blake Broomball. Timeout, Milton-Union, as it will be 4th and 5 from the 25-yard line. It looks as if Lehman will have to give up the football. Good timeout by Coach Pierce.
Plenty of time to get down the field, make something happen. Or get down the field and maybe kick a field goal. Now, rough start for the Bulldogs, but since that first quarter, really just dominated everything.
Absolutely.
Dominating the point of attack, dominating offensively, 3 and out, turnovers, you name it.
Real bright spot in the running game, though, has been Peyton Nichols. 3 carries, 27 yards. Really a good night for him. Broomball's speed on the outside has served him well. Newmeyer going out, he has a TD on the night, but I think he's, as you mentioned, done for the evening. Foose has picked up 7 on 2 carries. Zach Lovin got a carry for 3 yards. Mortar's 1-yard TD run.
And it'll be a tough matchup next week with Troy Christian. They've gotten on a little bit of a roll here. They won their last couple games, so that'll be a big one next Friday.
And that's on the road, correct?
That's at Troy Christian.
At Troy Christian. Get there early.
Yeah, they're
Not many seats
not
available.
a lot of room.
Michael McFarland's got the punt attempt, and he
Jake Brown
gets
almost
rid of
got
it.
there.
And the ball is kicked out of bounds, and we'll see where they spot it. And they run that rolling kick, and he's just going to mark it where it went out at the 48-yard line. So Milton-Union has 2 minutes plus 3 seconds to move 52 yards and try to get some more points on the board.
2 timeouts left.
Plenty of time. 2 timeouts to go.
Since the opening 3 possessions, the Bulldogs have had incredible starting field position, and this one again starts on their own 48. This game has turned into a 50-yard game.
Pretty much. So Foose and Nichols flank Mortar in shotgun. 2 receivers split right, Brown and Broomball. And it's thrown low and incomplete. And Nate didn't have a good grip on that ball, and he bounced it to Cooper Brown, and the ball was incomplete. 2nd down and 10.
Okay, Coach, do one for me. Let's sneak one back to number 85, Connor Yates.
All right.
He's lined up to the left in the tight end position.
Nobody's guarding Broomball right now.
Same exact formation. Mortar back to throw. He throws a bubble screen to Broomball. 50, 45, 40. He's got a first down. He'll run out of bounds at the 37-yard line. Bubble screen set up.
Nice play call by Coach Pierce.
Gain of 16 marked at the 36, right hash going south to north.
And we'll see if he elects for another pass here.
1:48 on the clock. Clock stopped. Pickerel.
One-on-one coverage.
Brown.
Broomball again.
Broomball at the top. By himself, one-on-one. Mortar's got it. It's a stop and go, and he came back and threw it high.
Broomball tripped a little bit there. He
Yeah,
kinda stumbled.
incomplete. So he drove the defender off and then came back, but the ball fell to the turf. Second down and 10 from the 36. Plenty of time for the Dogs here. 1:43 and 2 timeouts.
It's interesting that Lehman doesn't slide that safety over tighter on Broomball. Our formations draw their free safety over to the strong side of the field, and Broomball's on an island again.
Mortar's got the snap, a blitz, but he hits Peyton down to the 20, and he got rid of that ball quickly where the blitz came from. Peyton Nichols with the catch all the way down to the Lehman 20-yard line. First down 10.
Nice play by Nichols again.
He is having a great first half.
He's having a good half, absolutely.
Yeah, and Nate got rid of that under pressure. Really good throw.
He had a guy in his face.
Coach has got to love what he's seeing from Peyton Nichols tonight, especially if Blake Newmeyer is hurt and would be out indefinitely.
Cooper Brown one-on-one down here on the left. Shotgun. Mortar's got it. Back to pass. Looks. Throws a slant and threw it into the ground. Incomplete. Second down and 10. Intended for number 8, Broomball. Incomplete.
Yeah, I saw what you saw, Coach. I was wondering if he'll throw one up to Cooper.
Mm-hmm.
Cooper is 6'3", 6'4".
Plenty of time for the Bulldogs, and really the entire playbook is wide open for Coach Pierce, and we're seeing him use a lot of his offense tonight.
This time Mortar's under center. Foose in I formation. Broomball. Fake to Broomball.
Oh, Yates
He's
is
got
wide
Yates
open. Catch it,
wide
Yates.
open. He's got it. Touchdown. Milton-Union, and the tight end snuck out to the corner. Everybody chased Blake in motion, and Connor caught the football for a touchdown. There you go, Scott.
That made my night.
I think Coach Pierce might have headphones listening to us. I think he did that for you, Coach.
That is awesome.
That is 34 unanswered points for the Dogs here in the second quarter, and it has turned into a laugher, 34-7, as Grudich tries to add the extra point. Low snap, bobbled snap, and it's not going to work out. Ball still loose.
So for those of you that are old school like me, that was a traditional bootleg pass from Nate Mortar. Connor Yates faked his block, rolled out into the secondary, wide open, and this time he hung on for the touchdown. Excellent call, excellent execution, and Connor Yates gets redemption with a TD.
And Mason took a lick there on the
Did he?
yeah.
Trying to pick it up and stuff?
He was thinking about blocking maybe. Took a shot.
Lonesome kicker needs to get away from that mess.
Good for him. That's good for him.
We've seen him stick his nose in some plays, though.
Made a tackle this year
Yeah, that's good for him.
on a kickoff return against Valley View. That was something we talked about in Spanish earlier this week as well.
Did he actually do any Spanish work, Coach? Or did you guys just talk football the whole time?
Did I tell you I made about $9 in that class? That's good stuff. 9 McChickens. All right. I hope this doesn't disintegrate into us telling stories again.
As long as the power stays on.
That's one thing we don't need to do.
Power stays on and there's no lightning.
All right, Grudich hits the football, and he is going to land that baby
There you go.
5 yards deep.
Put one in the end zone. Good.
And a touchback. So here's what's interesting. They still have 3 timeouts. So if you make 3 plays here, you could conceivably get the ball back.
I think we only got 2. We got 2 timeouts.
Are we down to 2? It says
no,
3 on
I'm
the
sorry.
board.
You're right.
3 on the board. I don't remember calling one.
I think Lehman used one on that 4th down, and
Right.
then they came back and scored.
Yeah, Lehman used one. That's right.
All right. O'Leary, shotgun. He's got it. Rolls right under intense pressure and hit by Karras Thwaites. That's a gain of 0. 2nd down and 10. Clock running. Minute 3, minute 2, minute 1, 1 minute.
I guess you probably really don't need to call a timeout and get the ball back
You do not.
when you're up 34-7.
I probably would.
Coach, run it up.
O'Leary, shotgun. He's got it. He's going to run left. Cuts it up. Oh, my goodness. That's Ethan Lane.
Lane's having a night.
That's a gain of, well, make it a loss of 1. 3rd down and 11. Clock at 27 seconds.
Tell
They
you what,
do not have to snap it if they do not want to.
Coach Dickinson's got quite the hike tonight. Down the bleachers to the locker room, back up here. Getting his steps in.
It's
for
like
the
me
day.
going to C-Deck today. My goodness. Row 38.
It's good for you, Coach.
It was. Rolling left now.
Nice hold.
And the ball's loose. The ball's loose. And covered at the 2-yard line. There is a flag down. And we had a rollout right by
There's a
number 12,
hold.
Donovan O'Leary. The half has ended. Milton-Union could take the penalty and make them run one more down.
The guy was grabbing Haltgren. He had a fistful of jersey.
Or we can go to the half. Coach Pierce looks as if he may be declining the
There you
penalty.
go.
And with that penalty decline, it is halftime. 34-7. And again, Lehman led 7-0 after a quarter. The Bulldogs a little sluggish. But in the second quarter, it's all Milton-Union, 34-7. 34 straight points.
That was definitely some domination going on in the second quarter. A lot of push by our offensive line and defensive line. Quarterback didn't have any time to do anything with it.
Scott's working feverishly on getting these stats. So it's time for trivia, I believe.
Yes, and by the way, just want to add shout out to Doc Ginn and Carly Douglas,
Whoa.
who called the volleyball game today.
Oh, awesome.
Shout out to Tom Beck here, who got up early and went over and set up for the volleyball game. And Doc and Carly called their first volleyball game. Did a nice job.
Did they? I got to
Yeah.
watch that one.
Yeah, it's on YouTube,
Yes, sir.
and they did a good job. So trivia, here we go. Let me. This one is related to Oakwood. In MU history, 6 Bulldog quarterbacks have passed for over 100 yards versus Oakwood. Can you name them? 6 Bulldog quarterbacks, 100 yards over Oakwood. And I'll tell you, Barnesy, 4 of the 6 are in your era.
4 of the 6.
4 of the 6 are in your era.
All right. So I'll go Mitchell Evans. I'll go.
That's the low-hanging fruit, Coach. Nice job. Yes.
I told you, anytime you say quarterback, I say Mitchell Evans.
Yeah, you can't really go wrong.
No. I'll say John Mason.
Okay.
Interesting enough, I'll say Chris McCoy.
Okay. Coach, you're missing one I can't believe you're missing.
Oh, give me a year. You got a year?
2019.
Oh, that would have been last year, 2 years ago. Terrible. Who quarterbacked us 2 years ago? Yeah, you're looking at me like I'm crazy, right? Yeah, I got big eyes.
Let's put it this way. He has a brother that plays on the team right now. And he's had a pretty good night.
Oh, I can't quit laughing. It's been a long day.
All right. So Mitchell Evans did
Broomball?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, Mitchell Evans did it 3 times, 03, 04, 05.
Okay.
Nathan Broomball did it in 2019, which I'm sure he might have been throwing some to Blake. It was Blake's freshman year.
Yeah, that's correct.
2016, Coach. Zach Vagadis.
Oh, Vagadis, yeah. Zach.
2008, John Mason,
Okay.
which I think you said.
Yeah, I got that one.
And then 1996, Chris Chrisman, and 1985, Doug Rammel.
Oh, Doug.
So there you go. Yes, Nathan Broomball in 2019,
Yes.
Coach.
Yeah, I forgot.
That's all right. It's been a long day for you. You drove to Columbus and back
I did.
and climbed a lot of stairs.
And I did. And it's hot. I'm hot.
Yeah.
It's hot up here.
Yeah.
Sit out on the patio.
Yeah.
Trade you sit out there. It's nice and windy. It's blowing.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we have no commercial breaks here.
Yeah.
It's all us all the time. It looks like Scott's wrapping up the stats. So, let me tell you my story about Sydney Stadium.
Do it.
So first off, we played here in a summer tournament a couple times in July, which the turf is wonderful in July. 4 billion degrees.
Yeah.
We played the district semifinal game here in, gosh, I don't even know what year that would be. 2000. It was Kristen's senior year. Yeah, Kristen's senior year. Played Troy Christian here in district semifinals. Driving rain, blowing wind. I think
17-ish probably. 2017.
17. Nah, might have been. Yeah, you're probably right. 2017. Yeah, 2017. Fall
Right.
17. And driving rain, blowing wind, cold, nasty. And that's that's the game where we lost the toss.
Yeah.
And Troy Christian took the win the first half. And we muddled through, and it was 1-0 us at halftime. And then came out for the second half. And the wind literally changed directions and was in our face again for the whole second half. But we still won 3-0. I believe Kristen had 2 goals.
Is there a huge difference? There has to be passing on turf as compared to.
Yeah, for sure. It's a lot smoother. It's a lot faster. And it's a truer roll. You know what you're going to get. You don't get those funky hops that you get on turf.
Right. All right, Scott's got the stats ready to go.
Guys, let me give you a rundown of the game. You know, the Bulldogs started with 8 possessions. The first 3 were a fumble, a punt, and a punt, and then they went 5 straight possessions with touchdown drives. The game really turned on the Sidney Lehman 4th possession when they threw the interception to Broomball, who had a huge return. Ran that one back 45 yards, and then the very next time Sidney Lehman got the ball, another INT, and the game has been played basically in their territory for the entire second quarter. They led after 7-0. The Bulldogs have scored 34 unanswered points. Newmeyer had 5 carries to open the game, 13 yards and a touchdown. Broomball 5 carries for 36 yards and a TD. Nichols 3 carries for 27 yards. Foos 2 for 7 yards. Levin 1 for 3, and Mortar 1 for 1 yard, resulting in a touchdown. 87 yards rushing and 3 TDs. Mortar started slow. He was 1 for 5 before he caught fire. Now he's 7 for 14, 179 yards passing and 2 touchdowns. Broomball 4 catches for 132 of those 179 yards with 2 DDs. Yates with 1 catch for 21 yards and 1 touchdown. Brown caught 1 for 6, and Nichols 1 for 20 yards. Nichols really, with everything that's occurred, and certainly Broomball is an incredible athlete and star for the Bulldogs, but let's recognize Peyton Nichols and his play, and also let's give a lot of credit to the D-line of the Bulldogs, who forced 2 interceptions with pressure on O'Leary. You know, O'Leary started 2 for 3 with a touchdown with a 23-yard 4th down conversion to McFarland, but after that had really no success. O'Leary had 8 carries for for 32 yards. Solman 11 for 0, 32 total yards for the Cavs on the ground. O'Leary is 2 for 5 with 2 INTs, 48 yards and a touchdown. Receiving, McFarland 1 for 23 yards on the 4th down TD, and Napke 1 for 25 yards. And that's all we have, a 34-7 Bulldog domination in the second quarter after stumbling out of the blocks and falling behind 7-0 on a Lehman 4th down pass to the end zone. The Bulldog team woke up, shook off the rust, and hung 34 on them in Q2.
Yeah, it was all Bulldogs in that second quarter. And on O'Leary's yards, I'd venture to guess most of those were in the first quarter.
Yeah, he had those 3 yards. He had 2 7-yard runs and then a 10. So he had 24 yards after 3 carries.
A couple additional stats here for you. First downs, Cavaliers have 3 and the Bulldogs have 8 first downs.
One of the interesting things when you look at the statistics of the first half, that, we've got 34 points up, and a lot of the yardage certainly is Nate Mortar in his passing, but the ball game has been played. The Melton possessions for touchdowns started on the Melton 44, the Sidney Lehman 14, the 46-yard line of Lehman, the 48-yard line of MU, and again on the 48-yard line of MU. So, we played in such a short field that statistically it doesn't look like this incredible yardage domination, albeit it has been, but we played essentially on a 50-yard field. So this is what Coach Pierce wanted to see. The conversation tonight with him was about coming out here and regaining the Bulldog swagger, and boy, it sure looked like it was gone in the first few possessions. We ran a play and fumbled the ball right back to the Cavs. They took our penalty and turned it in, or our turnovers, and turned them into points and maintained good field position. In fact, their first 2 drives started on the MU 46 and the MU 30. And then their following possessions started on their own 22, their own 26, their own 37, their own 18, their own 20, and their own 20. Now, let's give a lot of credit where credit's due. We've got a kicker that's pinning these guys deep in their territory. Absolutely. And forcing them to play on a very long field. And a lot of credit goes to the special teams for the Bulldogs. You roll up points like that for Melton, you still got to kick it back to the other team. And when you force that other team to try to move the ball on 75 and 80-yard marches, bad things happen. And we saw that occur on 2 of those possessions, 2 consecutive interceptions thrown by O'Leary, and the next thing you know, this game's gotten away from them.
Absolutely.
So now it's managing the game, making sure your guys are healthy, and being fresh for next week.
So when I was talking to the coaches this afternoon, one of the things I mentioned to them, I said, the Valley View game was so exciting to do, and we were so pumped. We love these close games, and we love it when we win. I said, I sure don't want to see another blowout, but I said there is an advantage to that. The clock keeps running. So maybe we'll get to see that
a little bit faster
in the second half
for
here.
us, right?
What is the rule? How many points is it?
It's 30 points after the halftime, so we are a touchdown away.
So we're not quite.
Not quite there.
Well,
And Lehman will get the football to start the half.
Correct.
Yeah.
But good second quarter for the Bulldogs.
Man, unbelievable. More like it, that's for sure.
And we should give recognition too, and it's challenging when you're not seeing it on TV and hearing it called via radio. But let's talk about that offensive line for the Bulldogs. The center, number 67, Brazina, guard Nick Walters, tackle Jesse Kurtz, other guard Jake Brown, and tackle Ethan Lane. And even when Connor Yates is in there to block, this offensive line is giving Nate Mortar the opportunity to find receivers that are open, settle down. This is a great first half. 179 yards passing, 7 for 14 with 2 TDs. Let's give the credit to that offensive line. And downfield, we've seen Broomball stretch the field against the Cavaliers, and they just don't have an answer for his speed and athleticism catching the ball. But we've also watched blocks on the outside by those receivers. We saw wide receiver Cooper Brown make a great sustained block on the outside against the defensive back to let Blake Broomball score the touchdown run. And a lot of times these guys that are in the trenches aren't getting the credit where it's due, and we want to recognize them, and certainly it's not lost on Coach Pierce. His whole thought tonight was to come out and reflect some old school football to be played by the Bulldogs, to get them back into that emotion and swagger that we saw them come out of that Valley View win with. And I think this is a statement game for the Bulldogs. Conference play started tonight, and Coach Pierce would like nothing more than to send a signal to the Three Rivers opponents that this Bulldog team is for real.
Yeah, we're going to roll into the big matchup next week with Troy Christian, who dismantled Covington last night in Covington, I believe.
Yes.
So I don't know what that final ended up being, but I know it was.
Let's check the trusty.
That's what I was getting ready to do.
Yeah, there we go. Let's see if I can find some scores from yesterday. So Troy Christian 44, Covington 0, National Trail 37, Bradford 6, Northridge 57, Miami East 29. That's a lot of points.
Northridge is an interesting group. I mean, they are scoring a ton of points.
And that's a group that even in the last couple of years in middle schools have been pretty good. Northridge, so that'll be an interesting matchup. And of course, Riverside beat Bethel 48-14 for their TRC matchup. And Riverside is 3-1 right now, with wins over Ansonia, Northeastern, and Bethel, and they lost at Indian Lake. So that'll be a good one next week. That'll be interesting. And they'll probably tell a lot Northridge, Riverside.
Right.
Next Friday.
Absolutely. And being new in the conference, it's just a new, like everything, we have no idea.
Correct.
It's so much fun.
Yep.
No idea.
We know literally nothing about Riverside. So it'll be interesting to see how that score will tell us a lot. That game's at Riverside.
Yeah, if you look at the points that the conference winners have put up, these aren't games that are finishing, 17-14. Troy Christian, 44 points. Riverside 48, Northridge 57 points. Those are big numbers, and we're keeping pace tonight as well.
5 minutes left here in the half as neither team has entered. Well, we lost the game in Columbus today, Coach, but it was, I don't get down there all that often. It was fun. I had a good time.
Yeah, it's always fun to go to.
It is.
Go to Shoe and see a game.
I don't really want to say this out loud because there might be a sniper, but every time I go, they lose. Because I've been there twice. The last two has been an L.
Erica and I went the year they beat Iowa and won the conference and got to the Rose Bowl. And they rushed the field, and it was pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I saw Baker Mayfield plant a flag that said Oklahoma on it.
Yeah.
And then today they put a duck on the middle of the field at the end of it. So,
really?
Yeah, rubber duck.
Wow.
It was fantastic. I was still not around to see that, though, because we were headed on our way to get some pizza and get out of there.
So,
but it was fun. 100,000, 714.
Good. It's good to have that back.
It really was.
A couple other Miami County scores just to throw out there from last night. Piqua defeated Xenia 35-6, and Piqua is 3-0.
Piqua's solid.
It wasn't that close.
Sydney defeated Butler 16-0, and Sydney's 2-1 now. Tip beat West Carrollton 49-7. Tip is 3-0. Greenville beat Fairborn 42-20. Troy beat Stebbins 28-21 in overtime. So Troy, that was Troy's first win of the year. They're 1-2.
Yeah, watch out for Piqua.
So are the Indians for real this year?
They are tough.
And they beat Troy 28-7.
They did.
So, what's Piqua's D2 though, right? They're Division 2. Pretty sure they are.
Are they really?
In football. In
Okay.
football. What's that? Yeah. So, yeah, Piqua's D1 and football is the big schools.
That's correct.
It's the St. X's and guys
How
like
many
that.
divisions are there now? 8?
7, I think.
7?
A lot.
That's a lot.
Yep, 7 divisions in football.
Okay. All right.
It's all about money, Coach.
Yes, sir. Well, I can't get out of halftime without announcing a Reds 4-2 lead in the 5th.
Nice.
4 runs in the 3rd. St. Louis got 2 in the 3rd. Reds are tied for that wild card spot still. 20 games to
I
go.
was just going to say how many games?
20 games.
And who are they challenging?
San Diego, the Padres.
And how many times do they play San Diego?
They don't.
Oh, okay.
So it's all about, taking care of your own business and hoping for the best on the West Coast. It makes for some late nights for me. I will say that.
That's good for you, Coach.
It is.
Coach, when's your first college refereeing? For those of you who do not know, Coach Barnes is a college basketball official, along with high school basketball official, but he does some college games, actually does some D1 games. He's kind of big time.
Kind of a big deal.
So he's kind of a big deal. So, Coach,
Do you hear that, honey? Kind of a big deal.
So when's your first game?
I don't have my schedule yet for anyone, but I do have my high school schedule, but I don't have any college schedule yet. But I do have a pending game on November 17th, which will be somewhere in beautiful West Virginia.
There you go. It's beautiful this time of year.
I just don't know where yet.
Have you done that for a while? The college officiating?
I started officiating at the D2-3 JUCO level in 2011.
That's awesome. What's the biggest game that you've had the opportunity to be official
The UD preseason game.
I did have a UD preseason. That was pretty fun.
You did
That's
tell-
a long story, though.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good one though. We need to save that one because you
I
need to tell
will.
us because that's a pretty good one. Pretty much, Coach was in his recliner watching TV, and an hour later he's refereeing a UD game at the arena.
The phone rang.
at? That's awesome.
They had issues.
The bat phone rang, and Barnesy leapt into action.
I was going to sit down and watch Michigan State, Michigan. I'll never forget this. Just got done mowing the lawn, too. And I took a quick shower, and the phone rang, and I looked to see who it was, and it was the assigner, and she wants me to go to Clark State, and I don't want to go. And I almost didn't pick it up. But I did. And it was the assigner, but it wasn't Clark State. Let's just leave it at that. Pretty funny. Yep. Get to the arena as soon as you can. Okay.
Thinking that you're one of several other officials that will be there.
Yeah, there was no one there but me.
Barnesy showed up and he's alone. For the who were they playing? UD and
Finley.
Finley, that's right.
Yeah, it was fun.
Builds character.
Oh my goodness.
Builds character.
There were 2 student managers with UD stuff on and striped shirts they got out of a closet, and they were like, "I've never been so happy to see somebody in my life." That was a blast.
But everything went well.
It did.
You lived to tell the tale.
That's one of those stories that you're just never going to forget.
Yeah.
So, long story short, I don't know. But I'll be around 85 games.
That's
That would
right.
be my guess.
Keeps you off the streets, though.
Yeah.
Keeps you out of trouble.
What else would I do?
That's right. How many high school games you going to do this year?
Not as many girls. Kind of blocked that out a little bit. So, I think I'm around 38, 42, somewhere in there. And it's my off year for state, so I won't be going.
Yeah, Coach Barnes has done a couple state games. Done 4 state games. How many finals?
0.
No finals.
Semis.
4 semis.
Yep. I was supposed to do the D1 final last year.
Thanks to COVID.
Yeah, didn't work out. Well, 2 years ago.
Yeah. You get it. If you want it. If you pick the phone up.
That's right. Bat phone.
Go to UD. We don't have anybody there.
Well, they actually do the state finals now there for the next 3 years. Did you know that?
At UD?
Yeah, boys and girls.
Why?
Basically, Ohio State got sick of it. Like,
They make it. You would think they make a ton of money.
I know, but it's at UD for the next 3 at least.
So it's no construction, no nothing like that. They just didn't want it.
They didn't want it.
Huh.
So
Good for us.
easy for me. I don't have to get hotels anymore. I
And-
just go home.
Good for us and really bad for Youngstown and Cleveland. I'm sure they're just excited about that. They're
Yeah.
going to drive to UD instead of
Exactly.
Columbus. Oh, well.
Coach Roll and the Cavaliers are going to start this second half, and then he's got 11 seniors led by their captain, number six Michael McFarland, 6'2", 220-pound. This coach knows how to win football games. He's in his 16th year here. His overall record in 97 wins and 52 losses. It wasn't that long ago they were 7-3 and in the playoffs. One of the things this team is limited by is enrollment in Lehman as a private Catholic school, and this is a time now when you're down 34-7, where the team's character and these seniors need to tell these kids that are following them, the juniors and sophomores, 11 juniors, 6 sophomores on this team, that this is a character builder. Start the game at 0-0, and let's see if we can go beat the Bulldogs for 2
In the
quarters.
second half.
Try to win a quarter.
And that's so, Buckeye Nation's their disaster right now. But, I mean, who are you, right? It's your adversity now.
Got to answer.
I love that.
Got to answer.
That's the coach in me. I love that. All right, 34-7. Grudich approaches, kicks down to the 5-yard line. Carnes, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 50, and brought down from behind. Connor Gibson caught him, but he's all the way down to the 38-yard line, and a great start for the Cavaliers.
About a 67-yard return. I was just about to mention what a fine kickoff. It had a big hang time, but our coverage just wasn't there.
Not that time.
That's something we're going to have to work on for next week, that's for sure.
And, Carnes has popped a couple big runs on these kickoff returns. We've had plenty of opportunity to give him practice, but he had one 40-yarder in the first half that had a penalty added to it. That was 67+. Great run. So Lehman starting on the Bulldog 38, 37.
That's correct. O'Leary in shotgun. Snap. O'Leary keeps up the middle. Lane with the tackle again. Gain of about 2. Second down and 8 from the 35-yard line. Ethan seems to be all over the place, and it looks as if
So he's holding his ankle.
Dylan is holding his ankle. That's number 12. Donovan O'Leary, the quarterback, and he is not getting up. And that would be a huge loss for this Lehman team. He's now up. He's coming off on his own power. Trainer meets him about halfway. And he looks like he's going to try to stay. He's going to have to sit one play.
Yeah, so he's got to come out for a play.
Yeah, and Seth Knapke is going to take over at quarterback, it looks like, number 1.
Well, I'm looking at number 3 on the sideline talking to the coach. It'd be interesting to see because on the roster chart, Jack Earhart is a quarterback,
Yes.
6 foot, 135. That number 3 is a freshman that's going to take the field against the Bulldogs.
My goodness.
Not what he was expecting tonight.
Jake Earhart, number 3 in shotgun. Second down and 8. Snap, handed, and immediately hit by Thwaites. Gain of 1, and that was number 4, Solomon. Third down and 7.
The definition of insanity, it's continuing to do the same thing over and over and expecting a different result.
That's correct.
They have done this all night with Nathan Solomon, and it has just resulted in no yardage. That handoff up the middle is going nowhere and hasn't all night. You almost wonder if it's a setup play.
And so Earhart stays in the game, and he's in shotgun, 4 receivers. Man in motion handed to number 8.
There's a
He's
hold
not going to
again.
go anywhere. Oh, my goodness. Hayden Seaver with the carry, and he lost 2.
They keep holding Holtgren, and they're not calling him. They've held him the last 2 plays.
That was Broomball and Brown, and they collided. It'll be 4th down and 9, and it looks as if they're going to punt the football from the 36-yard line.
And the freshman survived.
And Bulldog coaches are yelling, watch the fake, watch the fake. In fact, they're not even going to put Broomball back to receive. They're playing a normal defense, and now he backs to the 15-yard line. Snap. Looks like a fake. It is a fake. Throws incomplete. And so they tried a fake and threw to number 13, A.J. Newsom. It looked like the ball was tipped or the arm was hit.
Yeah,
and
the
the
arm
ball,
was hit. Who was that, Thwaites?
it looked like it was Karras. 1st down 10, Milton-Union. And the long kickoff turn results in nothing. 9:46 to go here. And they will take over at the 36-yard line. Mortar under center. Nichols takes the handoff.
Nice
40.
blocking. Get upfield.
And he almost broke it. But he got 7 yards before being tackled by number 8, Hayden Seaver.
He got 5 yards before anybody touched him.
It looked like he was going to go. Good play by Seaver. May
Yep.
have been a touchdown saving tackle.
Yeah, for sure it was.
Nichols is a north and south runner, and he tried to stretch that a little bit after running 7 yards and just couldn't turn the corner.
Broomball and Foose in the backfield. Mortar under center. Broomball's got it. 40, cuts up, 45, 45, 46-yard line, and it looks like a first down, and is a first down.
Barnes, how you like doing the play-by-play?
For the radio?
For the radio.
A little bit more talky
Yeah.
from me.
Yeah, you're doing a nice job.
I'm trying. I keep forgetting we're not on.
Yeah, we're going to pick up our receiver down here, number 5. He's wide open. Nobody's there. Snap the ball. Here comes the
Got
coverage.
it. Now coverage and handed up the middle to Foose. Oh, my goodness. He's got 12 yards before he's touched. It's a gain of 14 on a straight handoff out of the I formation. And that's Jordan Foose with the carry.
Pickerel was trying to get their attention. He was trying to.
He was. So Pickerel came onto the field for the Bulldogs and ran all the way across from the Bulldog side of the field to the Lehman side of the field and was all alone and waving crazy at Mortar to snap the ball and hit him with the pass, but Lehman caught up with it.
Mortar under center. And he's going to throw deep, and there's Yates wide open again. 20-10 touchdown. And the tight end runs free again.
There you go, Coach. Scott's very happy now. His boy Yates has got 2 touchdowns.
That's a 42-yarder.
Makes my day to see the tight end in play and catching the ball.
Yep. Wide. I mean, there isn't a soul around him. And as my daughter calls him, Baby Gronk has 2 touchdowns.
Good for Yates. Great kid. Great kid.
All right, Grudich. High snap this time. Ball down, and it's good. And Mason fought that high snap and was able to get through the football. And we are into running time. It's 41-7, 8:18 to go. Third quarter.
Nice run by Foose on that possession. Nice run by Nichols on that possession. And then, of course,
Connor Yates, a
Scott's.
junior tight end, 6'4", 210. I love the Baby Gronk description. He's just rumbling and bumbling down the middle of the field, uncovered, and hands of glue after that first drop.
Scott's long-lost nephew, Connor Yates.
Oh, my
and you know,
goodness.
and good to see him come back after dropping one and catching the next two.
Yeah, that's got to feel really
Yeah,
good.
Good for him because he's a good athlete. There's no reason he shouldn't catch those. So good for him. Get his confidence back. Just another weapon. Just somebody else from order to throw to.
So 41-7, and one area tonight, Mason has kicked the ball so well. Great distance, big hang time on his kicks. You wonder if he's out kicking the coverage or the coverage is just not staying in their lanes. And let's see if we can improve on this one. We're getting a lot of opportunities to practice the kickoff coverage.
All right, Grudich approaches the football. It's a high kind of short pooch kick that lands at the 15 and tackled immediately at the 10-yard line. Great coverage that time as they did a diagonal kick into the corner. That was number 32, Dylan Carnes with the football, and he was hit immediately, marked at the 13-yard line. Interesting.
That's a long kick, too, to go all the way across the field.
Really good kick.
Just-
He placed it perfectly.
So interesting. If that is a called play, the coverage was all over it. Big hang time on that kickoff across the field, and now Lehman's starting in a big, deep hole.
All right, who's at quarterback? Throws, and it's complete to the 15.
That's O'Leary back.
That is O'Leary. And that's caught by number 6, Michael McFarland. Gain of about 3 yards. Second down, 7 from the 17-yard line.
Good to see the kid back in and playing.
So 2nd and 7. And O'Leary back in shotgun. 4 wide receivers. He's got it. He throws a quick screen out to number 8. And that's a quick tackle by Cooper Brown. Gain of 4. Seaver,
Nice tackle by Cooper.
the receiver. Seaver, the receiver. 3rd and 2 from the 21-yard line. Again, clock is running under the OHSAA mercy rule. 41-7, Milton-Union. O'Leary, shotgun, hands to Solman. Solman busted up, and he's got a first down. Tackled by Thwaites and Broomball, but not before a gain of 4 and a first down for Lehman.
So Solomon up the middle for some yards this time.
27-yard line.
Are we seeing any new faces on the field right now? I'm wondering if we're starting to see some substitution on our defense, maybe.
I don't think yet.
I think Zeb, maybe the linebackers. I mean, Zeb Hines, Carter Burner.
Yeah, I think
They've
those
been
guys-
in.
Yeah, they've been in.
Solman takes the handoff, immediately hit by Yates and about 14 other Bulldogs. I know there's only 11 on the field, but there are a ton of them hitting there. 64 Holtgren, 51 Hines on the tackle. Yates was first. 2nd down 10, no gain.
They haven't thrown the ball for a while. Probably because Broomball's intercepted them.
O'Leary back, throws, and it's complete. Broke a tackle, 35, 40, 45, and down at the 45-yard line. That's number 6, Michael McFarland. Caught the football and rumbled to the 45 before he's knocked down by number 16, Connor Gibson. First down, Lehman.
Again, nice open field tackle by Gibson. That was a touchdown-saving tackle because if Gibson didn't get him, he was off.
So Lehman puts together 2 first downs. 4:35 and counting. O'Leary takes the snap, and he hands to number 4, Solman, who gains 2. And it looked like he might have a lot more, but Jake Brown tripped him up. 2nd down 8.
So they got a nice little drive rolling here. Let's see if they can finish it. His favorite target has been the tight end, number six, Michael McFarland. He's got 2 catches in this drive for about 24 yards. Let's see if O'Leary comes back to that target. Number 6 is split out to the left side of the offense.
Shotgun snap. He's got it. Oh, they're all over him, and it's incomplete. They tried to run a swing pass to Solman, but he had to get rid of the football quickly as Holtgren was all over him. Colton Holtgren, number 64, forced the incompletion. 3rd down.
Holtgren's had a nice night. He's been in the quarterback's face all night. He's been forcing a lot of plays. He's done a lot of good things tonight.
So it's 3rd down and 7, 48-yard line. O'Leary, flanked by Solman. He's got the shotgun snap. He drops the throw. Middle screen, complete to number 6, who runs all the way to the 35, breaks a tackle, and he's tripped down at the 32-yard line. Broomball got him by a shoelace, or he might have been gone. The middle screen to McFarland for a 1st down to the 34-yard line.
Broomball's a little shaken up after that. And Ethan Lane was there, and he had him. He just got out of his grasp. Ethan Lane sniffed it out again. He was in the right spot. Just didn't quite get him.
You're right. McFarland, 6'2", 220, and that size played into his hand there on that run.
And Lovin has replaced Broomball at safety. Zach Lovin, number 9. Shotgun, snap. He's got it under intense pressure, and he will be sacked. And it looked like Holtgren was there first. Yates cleaned it up. Brown's there. And so is number 51, Zeb Hines. A loss of 5, 2nd and 15, back to the 38-yard line.
Great play by the defensive line. Let's give a little shout out to the D-backs as well. There was no one open on that play, and O'Leary had to really swallow the ball as the D-line caught up with him. Kind of a coverage sack on that one.
2 minutes to go.
2nd and 15, 38-yard line. And Lehman's not built for 2nd and 15. Let's see what they do. Oh, we've got illegal motion, people moving. Snap, the ball's loose and picked up by Solman, who's going to get back to the line of scrimmage. And we had illegal motion on the wide receiver down here when the ball was snapped. It'll be either 3rd and 15 or 2nd and 20, depending on what the Bulldogs want to do. The penalty will be declined. So 3rd and 15. Actually, they lost a yard on that pitch. 3rd and 16 from the 39-yard line. They've got to get to the 23 for a 1st down. O'Leary's got it shotgun. He rolls to his right. Looking downfield. No, but oh my goodness. That is Connor Yates.
Nice hit by your nephew.
And that is a sack for -4. And I am shocked that he got up from that one. That was a hit.
He didn't see him. He was looking downfield, and Connor put a helmet on him.
It is 4th and 21, and the clock's going to run out here on the 3rd quarter of play. It looks as if Lehman is going to go for it, but we'll wait until the 4th quarter.
Down 41-7, 4th and a country mile. I don't know that there's a play in the book for this one.
That is the end of the quarter. 41-7 Dogs.
Well, hey, guess what?
Trivia.
I got one more trivia question.
Is that it? Just the last one?
Yeah, this is the last one. I only got 3 this week.
You're going to have to answer this one. I was terrible in that last one, Scott. It's all you.
So, yeah, these are going to kind of be in between eras. You'll get one of these. Each one of you will probably get one of these. So, 4 sets of brothers have recorded passing yardage for Milton. They weren't all quarterbacks. 4 sets of brothers have recorded passing yardage for Milton. Name the 4 families who lead the Dogs in the passing yardage category. And Coach Barnes, I'll give you the first guess.
Broom balls.
I'm going to go Vagatus.
Okay.
Ramos.
Okay. Scott, that's probably the only one you're gonna have. So, Coach Barnes, I just want you to know, I'm after this broadcast today, I'm highly disappointed in you.
Does Mitchell not have a brother?
Yes, he does. And he was a quarterback. And you said broom ball. So let's go.
Isn't broom ball right, though?
No. So number 1 is Evans, Mitch,
You
and
always
Dan.
say
I know.
Number 2 was Vagatus, Mark, Scott, and Mike. 3rd was Burner, Todd, and Rusty.
Oh, yeah.
And then 4th were Hobbs's, Danny and Travis,
Nice.
even though they were both running backs. I think Danny played quarterback a little bit back in the day.
Well, that's one way to kick the ball away from broom ball. McFarland put that one about 4 rows up in the Bulldog visitor stands.
And they still haven't marked it. He's running back, and he's going to mark it at the 34-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Dogs. Change of possession stops the clock, and it should run the rest of the quarter.
But you're right. Blake has a couple throws to his name.
I was going to say,
So, I don't know.
come on.
I'll have to check with Doc on that. I can't believe you didn't say Evans, so.
I know. I'm disappointed in myself.
It's been a long day for you.
Jordan Foose with the carry. It's a gain of 2, 2nd down and 8 from the 30, let's say 7-yard line. And some fresh faces here.
And it looks like we got some new numbers sprinkling in.
Keegan Crow's in the game. Mortar under center. He's got it. He hands to Nichols, who runs to the 40, runs over a man, and gets to about the 42, making it 3rd down and 2 from the 42-yard line.
So I am a Peyton Nichols fan. This is a very hard runner. He's got size, and he is not afraid to put a shoulder down and run into someone. 6'2", 215, and just a sophomore, I believe.
Yeah,
Yes.
correct. 3rd down, let's call it 3 from the 41. Play clock at 10. Mortar under center. And he hands it to Foose, who breaks it free. 40, 30.
Is he going to go?
He is going to go. 10-5, touchdown, Jordan Foose.
Good for Foose. First varsity touchdown.
He's also a sophomore.
So he needs to shake the hand of that entire offensive line.
Absolutely.
I don't think he was hit.
Yeah.
He ran 56 yards right down the middle of the field, and I don't think a Lehman player touched him.
47-7.
Good for Jordan.
The student section really appreciates it, too. All right. Mason trying to add a point. Snap's good, it's down, and the kick is good, and it's 48-7. So 6 extra points tonight for Mr. Grudich, and the only
right.
one that didn't work out was a bad snap.
That's
so
right.
a nice night kicking for Mason.
And he got knocked down once, which is good for him. Believe it or not, it's supposed to be 88 degrees tomorrow.
I saw that at 90 on Monday when we traveled to beautiful Sydney Lehman. That's right. For a golf match.
Good for you.
Yes, sir.
I'm excited because the Greek Festival, which is supposed to be this weekend, was canceled, but you could still order food and drive down and get it.
Dude,
I'm driving down tomorrow at noon to get gyros and some stuffed
You're
grape
gonna go.
leaves.
You're going tomorrow.
Yep.
The baklava.
I didn't get any baklava, but I got more gyros than I needed to because I do love them.
You're going to be really disappointed in me. I've never had one.
Oh my gosh, Coach.
I'm serious.
Never had a gyro?
I have
like
not.
like a good Greek gyro?
Nope.
Oh, coach, you're missing out.
That has to be fixed.
Yes.
I've never had Greek food in my life.
Oh, Greek food's good.
Grape leaves, awesome.
Yep.
I mean, you were talking about it at lunch the other
Yeah,
day,
that's
and I
right.
was like, I didn't want to say anything then because I didn't want everybody to go, oh, you've never had, like you guys just did?
Yeah.
Oh, you've never had.
So instead we did it on the air.
Did it on the air instead.
Instead with four
I thought it
people.
would be, you know, how you ask your parents back in the day if somebody could spend the night in front of somebody. That's what I just tried to do. Kickoff, and it hits
nice
number
hit.
50, and the ball's loose, picked up by Solman. 10, 15, 20, a good block, 25, 30, 35, and that is Connor Gibson.
Nice hit by Gibson.
Again.
Gibson making some nice open field tackles tonight.
And I don't know who's down for Milton, but he's holding his leg, and it looks like a cramp. It is a cramp. Comes Stephanie Burdett, trainer extraordinaire, taking over for cramp duty.
Very interesting kickoff. Off the helmet of the Lehman player, bounces a couple yards. The other fellow that was back picks it up and takes off down the right side of the field, and he picked up some huge blocks.
He did.
One of those is resulting in the man that's down for the Bulldogs now and gives them their best starting field position on their own 34-yard line in quite a while.
Did you see the number of the player that had hit the helmet? It was number 50. Offensive lineman, linebacker John Edwards. And why he was back there, I'm not sure. That was Carter Burner down, and he just got the cramp and has run off the field. 2 cheers from the student section. So 9:56, it's 48-7. Milton-Union. And O'Leary is back in again.
So we're playing at Sydney Memorial Stadium, and they call it the 30-0 field. Anybody know why it's 30-0?
Do you?
I do.
Fire away.
So I want to say it was back in the 60s in the old MVL league that the Sydney Yellow Jackets ran off 3 straight 10-0 seasons. And that's why they call it the 30-0 field.
Nice.
3 straight championships, 3 straight undefeated seasons. Would have been in the late 60s, maybe early 70s before the MVL broke up. Greenville was in the old Miami Valley League and Sydney as well. And it was about the time that they broke up the SWBL and the Northmonts of the world, and everybody started moving around to different conferences. But there weren't state playoffs back then.
Right.
So you run the table, and that's it.
That's it. That's crazy to think there were no state playoffs.
Right.
It's just weird.
So how did you have a state champ?
Well, the polls, right? Did you have your Class A poll? And
I think it was something that was voted on.
yeah,
maybe.
it was a poll.
Like
Sports writers.
Like they did in college.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember the old UPI poll
Yeah.
in college?
Well, you had the coaches poll, and then you had the. So you had the. What was the one year where they had two different national champions in football?
Yes. Yeah, Michigan in '97 split. Broke my heart. Snapped and handed number 32. And that's Carnes with the football, gain of 1. Looks as if Milton's got their second team defense in a lot of spots. 63, 64. Colton Holtgren's still in the game. 55, Dawson Tinnerman's in the game.
So we've watched Dylan Carnes for the Cavaliers return kickoffs and put some serious yards up, and now he's going to have an opportunity to carry the ball. It's his first touch tonight from the line of scrimmage.
O'Leary in shotgun, 3 receivers with Carnes to his right. He's got the snap. He hands to Carnes, cuts it up, gains about 2, and he's tackled by number 55, Dawson Tinnerman, sophomore. 3rd down and 8.
And I know we saw Broomball limping off. Hopefully Just took a little knock, and he's going to be all right. Because he hasn't come back in.
So next week is at Troy Christian. I believe Troy Christian's 3-1 on the season.
I believe so, yes.
McFarland's in the slot on the left side. Let's see if he's a go-to man. Nope, they threw away from him.
Larry threw way over number 8, Hayden Seaver. Tried to hit him quickly on the sideline. It was incomplete. And so the clock is still running, 48-7 MU. And it looks as if Lehman will go for it, 4th and 8 from their own 37-yard line. And now they fall into punt formation. And they don't have near enough people on the field.
Yes, Coach. Troy Christian 3-1. They lost at Tri Village 21-7 first game of the year. Then they beat Hillcrest Academy 14-0, and I think they played one quarter maybe. That was the Valley View night. Then they beat Dayton Christian 48-24, and then beat Covington last night 44-0.
Wow, putting some points up. Snap and kick.
Nice kick.
And that's number 9, Lovin, who catches the football at the 30 and gains 3 before he's tackled. And that tackle was by number 8, Hayden Seaver.
So Broomball wasn't back to receive that punt, and McFarland kicked it away, and that was a really nice punt.
It was.
I'd say that was about a 40-yarder. It's a good kick.
Probably been told to keep it away from him, and just didn't have a good night doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Milton-Union's going to call timeout here as they get their second team offense in. JV offense about ready to come onto the field for the Dogs. And again, if you're just joining us, Lehman scored first, held a lead for the entire first quarter, and then Milton since then have scored 48 unanswered, 48-7.
So I have a couple interesting college scores here for you for this evening. Appalachian State is beating number 22 Miami 14-12 in the third quarter. It's the Canes down 14-12 to Appalachian State. And then the other interesting one, in the third quarter, Arkansas 16, Texas 7.
Wow.
Michigan blowing out Washington 3-0 after one quarter.
Well, that could, an upset there could make me feel a little better,
Well, it could
Not
happen.
that I root against Michigan ever.
Is that in the big house?
Yes.
So we have a new QB.
Yeah, that's a freshman. Hands to another freshman. And that was number 14, Wyatt Kimmel, handing to number 23, Ian Coffey.
Nice run by Coffey.
Both freshmen. Wyatt Kimmel has a bright future. He has a cannon arm. He's tall.
Nice run by Coffey, too. He
it
ripped
was.
off about 15 yards.
Nice strong run.
Kimmel under center. And he hands it to number 3, Brett Unger, who runs for about a gain of 3. Great to see these kids get an opportunity.
Absolutely.
The JV game, obviously with the varsity playing today on a Saturday, is Monday night, and they play Arcanum.
And that is that in Bulldog country or is that over in Arcanum?
That I'm not sure.
So Kimball, 6 foot, 190 freshman. Coach Pierce has got to love that size for
There's
his
a
future quarterback.
Pitch to Crow, 50, 45, cuts it up 40, and he's all the way to the Lehman 36-yard line. And there is a flag on the field, and it looks like it's going to come back for a hold.
Negates a great run by Crow.
And so after the mark-off, it looks as if it'll be second down and about 15
That was a late flag
from
too.
the 40.
That was a late flag.
Are you saying, Coach, that was a 48-7 flag?
I'm alluding to that, yes.
Okay.
So if you haven't been to Sydney's football field, this stadium is first class, state of the art.
Nice.
Turf field, beautiful stands, press box. This is a great opportunity for the Bulldog reserves to come out on this stage and play. It's got to be just unbelievable to be freshmen, sophomores playing on the varsity level on a field like this tonight.
Kimmel took that snap and bobbled the snap, ended up running it himself for a gain of 3. So it's 3rd down and 12 from the 43-yard line. Clock running at 4:55.
See if Coach Pierce lets him throw this.
I'm going to say no. But I've always been wrong on this stuff.
I think I'll let him throw it. I think I'll let him air it out.
Ray Copeland at the top of your screen on the hash mark.
He's got the coverage he needs at the top of the screen, or you can't see it. I'm sorry, but the guy would be a target. He's going to throw it to him.
He's got an up and out. He's got Copeland. 30, 25, 20. The senior's going to score. Touchdown. Wyatt Kimmel with a beautiful up and out throw, and the Bulldog sideline explodes as Ray Copeland has scored a touchdown, 54-7. What a great pass from Kimmel. Coach was right.
Let him air it out. Let the young guy throw it. And when you saw the senior come in there, there was a chance to get him one.
You're right.
So it was an out-and-up route, and he broke it wide open. And great throw, great catch, 54 unanswered points by the Bulldogs.
And hopefully Ray learned a lesson there, because he slowed down and the guy just about got him. He needed to keep that giddy up all the way into the end zone.
Grudich for extra point number 7, and it is good.
He's kicked well tonight. As much as I've bashed him in games past, he's kicked well tonight. His extra points look good. His kickoffs were good.
So you mentioned he was really busy today, and been all over. And think of how many times he's touched the ball tonight.
Yeah.
Well, he was excited to kick on this turf. I mean, he was just so excited.
It's a lot easier. Get a smoother run up.
Yep.
Yeah, he's had great hang time, great distance, solid on the extra points, great night. Get that coverage team to keep up with his hang time, and we'll be in good shape. Yeah. They pinned him back a few times, but just a couple of times, Dylan Carnes was able to put some yards on that kickoff team.
So how many kickoffs has he done tonight?
Started the half plus 8.
So 9 kicks?
9 kicks, right. Yeah.
9, yep.
Looks like he's going to kick off by himself. Oh, here they come.
And it's exciting to see your teammates, just be overly excited for you.
Yeah, for sure.
That was great.
Yep.
Those guys cheer for you every night. Now the seniors and the upperclassmen get a chance to explode for them. That was fun.
And I'm glad Coach Pierce let them air it out. They deserve the opportunity to have the same plays called.
Grudich kicks. Taking it to 25, 30, 35, 40. It's Gibson again. He misses this tackle. 50,
come on, Mason.
45, 40, and knocked out of bounds by Cooper Brown. And we have got to shore up the kickoff returns, that's for sure.
That's Dylan Carnes again. He has had a big night returning kicks. If there is a bright spot when you're down 55-7, I guess you won't have to work on your kickoff return team next week.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. I figured he would be a little bit more involved in the offense. You just don't see him on the offensive side as much because he runs the ball really well.
So true. It's something that they're, I'm sure, going to look at going into the rest of the season here at Lehman. They're gonna come out of this game 0-4.
Jake Earhart at shotgun, and he fumbles the football and falls on it for a loss of 7. And Tinnerman fell on him for what will be considered a sack.
Tinnerman, yeah. First varsity sack.
2nd down and 16, 3:40 and counting here at Memorial Stadium in Sydney, Ohio.
Beautiful night, too.
Great night, great facility. Nice game for the Bulldogs tonight. Needed. Earhart's got the snap. He keeps it, and he's hit immediately for a gain of 1. Tackled by number 21, Will Johns, freshman. I know the coaches are really high on these freshman and sophomore classes.
Got a lot to work with in the future.
3rd down and 19 from midfield.
See if he tries to air one out here. Looks like he's going to.
Earhart hands it to number 8 on a jet sweep. A good run all the way down to the Milton-Union 40, where it'll be 4th down and 9, tackled by number 9, Zach Lovin. 4th and 9 for Lehman. 2:23 and counting.
See if they're going to let him throw one this time. But I'm guessing not.
I would say, I don't know.
Here it comes.
Hand it to 8, jet sweep.
Yep.
Here he comes.
Worked last time.
40. Breaks a tackle. He's going to be tackled short of the 1st down. He got 4 yards. Hayden Seaver. And that's a turnover on downs, Milton-Union football, with 1:44 left.
So it looks like the Bulldogs have come out with a win, 55-7. They'll go to 3-1 on the year, 1-0 in the new Three Rivers Conference with a strong opponent coming up next week at Troy Christian. A lot of bright spots for Coach Pierce to focus on. They started slow. They were down 7-0 at the end of the first quarter. It looked like we were going to see a battle tonight. In fact, our first possession, we opened the game with a turnover and then 2 consecutive punts. But since then, we have rattled off a touchdown in every possession since the 4th one on tonight. 34 second quarter points for the Bulldogs. Another great run.
Yeah, ball handed to number 23, Ian Coffey. Again, makes his way for 8. 2nd down and 2, 43-yard line.
And we're going to get one more play, maybe 2 more plays.
We doing this next week? Same thing?
Well, we're going to try.
We're going to try.
We're going to see what Troy Christian says.
That's true.
It's not a very big press box.
Not a big place. 55 seconds. Kimmel under center. He's got it. Hands it to Coffey. Coffey breaks a tackle and will be tackled after he gets a 1st down. Maybe just short. 3rd down and 1 from the 46. Looks like the Bulldogs will run one more play as the play clock at 35.
You know, we talked about a short field in the first half of the Bulldogs when they were rattling off, I think, 5 touchdowns. But the second half, they've had some drives of 64 yards, 66, and 67 yards. That's at least giving the opportunity to play on a longer field.
Kimmel takes the snap, and it's victory formation. 10 seconds to go. That'll be it here from Memorial Stadium. 55-7. After a 7-0 lead from the Cavaliers, it was all Milton-Union.
Those 55-0 runs are tough.
They sure are.
Good win for the Bulldogs. Good way to start off the new league and be ready to play next week. Going to be a big one next week.
Well, for the coach, Andy Grudich, and Scott Seaman, our stats man, this is Brett Barnes signing off. We'll see you next